What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlayboyGamer.com. And in the last video, we took on Texas A&M. They were a top 10 team. As a matter of fact, they were the second best team in the country. And we pulled off the upset 28-14. We just played a whole lot better, especially on defense. We was able to cause a couple turnovers, which ended up getting us that win. Arguably the best win I may have had this series so far. I may have forgotten a game or two, but this playing on the road, taking on a quality team like that with the rosters you see right there with an A overall talent, just incredible game for us. It helps that our starting quarterback Fowler played. He was back, over 400 yards, 4 touchdowns. Just an amazing game for him as well. And today we're going to take on Kansas State. As you see here, we got more talent than they do. They're not really good at much of anything except their run game is pretty solid. Over on my Patreon page, I've done a more detailed scouting report on Kansas State, and you can go back and check that out. And I'm going to do that for following games too. So before we take on Kansas State, we'll go over to recruiting. Let's talk about this for a second. So we got one guy left. We've already got 3 commitments from the receiver, the defense tackle, outside linebacker, which is great. Here's the thing with the halfback. I have decided to not recruit this guy. Now, this may sound weird, but I didn't realize, I didn't pay enough attention, but his 40 time isn't really good. 4.48 is like 84 speed. And we run so much off tackle stuff. And of course, our halfbacks do a lot of go routes, go out for passes. One of the main reasons I went after him compared to the couple other halfbacks we were looking at was because he had better hands. Hands matter, because we're going to throw the ball to our halfbacks. However, I need speed probably more so than good hands. So on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and just take all the points off, and we are done with recruiting for the regular season. We're going to go and focus on halfbacks in the offseason. This is going to take a little bit for me to get all the way down to 0 points. Texas A&M, LSU, either one of those, they can have them. No offense to this kid, but another reason why I'm going to back off of him is if you go over to our roster, we have 2 halfbacks coming back next year. Whitaker, he'll be gone. Then we got Crawford, should be back. And, of course, we got true freshman Jonathan Doty. You got to have a minimum of 3 halfbacks. So what I'm going to hopefully try to do here is force the game to show the offseason recruits, hey, Iowa State needs help there. They're down a man. Hopefully this will attract more halfbacks in the offseason. And then we can go get a couple of guys there. That's what I'm hoping. Now, it's still possible. No, not a single halfback will be interested. Who knows what's going to happen there? But I feel pretty good that it will happen. So that's what we're going to do. I need more Jonathan Doty's. He just fits my offense better than that Rio kid. Okay, so hopefully all that made sense. All right, so before we head into the game, there's one other thing I want to point out. I made a couple of changes in the sliders. I had somebody make a good point on a couple of things. So if you've ever noticed, I'm going to actually go back. I'm going to back out of here. If you go back to this screen right here, so you notice our defense is pretty consistent. We are terrible in run defense, but we're always really good in pass defense. Well, the biggest reason for the run defense is because the CPU offensive line, when it runs the ball, and I've said it a million times in the videos, they push my line around so much. Like, it's kind of unrealistic. Well, all 4 of my defensive linemen get pushed back 5 yards on some of those run plays. It just makes no sense for that to happen. And the reason why we got such good pass defense is, one, a lot of these teams, they don't pass enough or they don't go downfield enough. And they've gotten better due to some slider changes that I've made in the past. So having said all that, we're going to go over to my settings. And I've made 2 changes. The first one is CPU offense. I went from run blocking from 50 to 25. We're going to try that. We're going to just see if the CPU offensive line doesn't push us forward, so many yards. Hopefully it'll be just a little bit more realistic. Okay, so we're going to try that. The other change I made to compensate for that is, if you notice for the CPU offense, I got their passing game, the QB accuracy, pass blocking, wide receiver catching, all at 99%. I've maxed out as best as I possibly can, and I can tell the CPU passing game that they've been playing better. It's just a matter of the quarterback getting time to throw. So the other thing that I changed to kind of make up for this right here is, if you go to the human CPU defense, I have lowered my knockdown slider from 50 to 25. That should help the CPU pass game just a little bit more. Okay, so those are the 2 big changes. All right, having said all that, I'm going to back out, and we're going to play the game. And so Kansas State, they run the ball pretty well. We'll see how much they do run today. And you're going to look at the roster here and you're going to see why they probably will run more. But let's check out some uniforms first. So this is their default, looks pretty slick. They have an alternate. They got this purple, which I think it looks pretty cool. I'm actually going to go with that. I'm going to come over here and we're going to rock our alternate home uniform. We haven't used these in quite a while. So like I said, over on the Patreon page, I've been doing little scouting reports on each upcoming opponent, just giving you a bunch of information, the entire roster, their playbook, things of that nature. So make sure you go check that out if you're interested. So I'm going to gloss over the depth chart just a little bit because I covered it so much over on my Patreon page. So make sure you go check that out again if you're interested. But here we are, Manhattan, Kansas. We just got to play well. Don't turn the ball over too much. I think we're going to be fine today. Hopefully we don't have any harsh wind. Let's see. Perfect weather. No harsh wind at all. The temperature ain't going to make any difference. But this is a division game, as you see here, Nebraska. They got 2 more conference games left. They need to lose 1 more and us to win out the rest. Hopefully that can happen. But here come our Iowa State Cyclones, 6-2, going up against a not-so-good Kansas State team. They're going to highlight Fowler, as they should. He's had an incredible season. He's out of the Heisman race because I had to suspend him for a game. But that's okay. He's been really good for us. We're going to miss him next year for sure. They're picking us to win. Let's go to the coin toss. Looks like I won it, and I want the ball to start second half. Let's go check out their roster, see what we're dealing with. So again, I cover this over on my Patreon page, but you look over here, they got an impact quarterback and he can run the ball. Now, when it comes to halfback, they got a speedster as well, but at least he's not an impact guy, but they got some decent talent there. They run a pro style offense, so these guys are going, or this guy in particular will be on the field quite a bit. So I like his speed. Wide receiver, as you could tell, there's not much here. Tight end, nothing there at all. You look at their offensive line, you got an 82, 82, 78, 82, and 80, just average for the conference, I would say. They run a 4-3. You look at their ends, they got 84, then 68 on the other, not good. Defensive tackles, just okay, 84, 78, 74. Linebackers, this is going to be really rough. 59, a good impact middle linebacker. We're going to try to stay away from him. His backup's pretty decent, and not a very good right outside linebacker. Then you look at their corners, just it's bad. I mean, hopefully we can exploit some of this today. You look at free safety, pretty good. Another impact guy, 86 overall with 86 speed. And they got a pretty decent starting strong safety at 84 overall with 82 speed. Terrible kicker, and they got just an average punter. All right. Let's get this show on the road. It'll be interesting to see my slider changes. See if they're going to be shown up at all today. I will update my sliders and settings page on the website with those changes. I always have a link in the description below. So that's a good stop. We're going to run our offense. We do a lot of blitzing, so I don't know if it's a good idea against this type of quarterback. This is always kind of tough, this particular playbook. It wouldn't shock me they ran some option today because of that dude right there. It's a good stop. I think they went with a little counter play. They're going 3 wide. We'll stick a nickel. I'm going to blitz the nickel. Please don't run to the left. Taking a chance there. I'm going to... let's just see what happens. Okay, they're going to pass it. Good little throw. Almost get a first down. That makes a 3rd and what? 2? 3rd and 3. Looks like we're going goal line. I'm going to go 5-2 with a cover 1. I'm going to bring everybody down. We can do something like this. I'll control Dodd. I'll do something like this. Control the backside just in case they run that end around. Let's see what they do here. Play action. Went to the wrong guy, but he dropped it. Thank you. Again, they don't have any really good tight ends, so it doesn't shock me that he dropped that thing. So it's 4th and 3. That's a good start. Let's see if we can get on offense and try to do something here. They got a lefty punter. Maybe he'll shank it. Somebody get a block on the left. I think we could do something here. Maybe. Ooh, he failed. We got lucky there. 80 fail. I think we're going to get a touchdown. Out of the gate. Nice. Get in there. No penalty. Good for the freshman. See, this is what I was talking about earlier with the halfbacks. Getting somebody with some speed back there is going to be great. Now, this is a special teams play, but still. What really helped here is you see this receiver over here on the left. He fell, or did he get pushed in the back? It wasn't a push in the back. It was still pretty good. Either way, great play for this guy right here. I probably need to get a thumbnail of some sort. Let me go ahead and get that. That's a pretty good one. We'll just go ahead and get that one while we're here. Nice. That's what, his second on the season? So that's an ideal start. So I'm really hoping in the offseason there are going to be a bunch of halfbacks interested. One of the reasons why we've struggled getting halfbacks is because we don't run the ball a lot. You got to make them interested somehow. So hopefully a lack of bodies at that position will help with that. If not, we may have to get some athletes to fill a couple of those spots. We'll see. Looking forward to that. We're not too far away from the offseason. We just got, what, 4 games left here? This is one of them. Get through. Somebody get a tackle. Good job. So their playbook, they run a lot of 3 wide stuff. I think like half of their playbook is 11 personnel. It's a pretty cool little playbook. You should go check it out. Interesting combination of formations. Thankfully, he overshot that one. That dude was wide open. We're going to try a linebacker blitz. We'll do something like this. Don't run to the left unless our freshman defensive end can occupy that side. I was in a bad spot right there. Good stop. Nice. I'm going to stay in nickel. We're going to go cloud. I'm going to cover the deep middle. I'm going to take a chance that they all will pass it. Let's see. I'm in a bad spot. Finally got to him. Ooh, and he's hurt. Let's see how serious it is. Somebody came through. I guess nobody was open. He had plenty of time to throw. It's just up to him to find somebody. Nobody. I didn't see anybody open. I had the deep middle. I had that post. The swing right over there was open. But in this case, just a little too late. So that's another good stop. Now, you got to remember, this is probably the worst team in the conference outside of maybe Baylor, maybe not even Baylor. They just really struggled since I've come over here to Iowa State. Let's see if Doty can create some more magic. Somebody get a block on the left right there. Uh-oh. How about number 2? Go, baby. Go 4. Get it, son. Nice. 2 in a row, baby. Our offense, will they ever see the field today? Let's break a record. I don't know how many I've ever done in a single game, but that's number 2. One of their biggest issues is their lack of speed. Again, another reason why I got to get more speedy halfbacks. My offense just works better if I got speed back there. Unfortunately, Whitaker and Crawford, who have both played their part these last couple of seasons, they both got like 85 and 86 speed. We've made do, fine. But you just can't teach speed. So let's get back on defense. Terrible kick. Well, it's going to stay in bounds. We're outnumbered over here. Somebody needs to get through. Good job, Al. Tackle by the kicker. All right, they're going 5 wide. I'm going to go cover 2 man. So the quarterback is still out. It'll be interesting. We'll run a little mesh. Oh, good throw. Great throw right there. Backside dig from what I could tell. I'll go cover 1 out of 5-2. I'm going to shift the defensive line. I'm going to bring these guys down. Don't run to the left. I'm taking a chance there. We're going to toss. Oh, no, he's got some room. Dang it. Face mask to go with it. Good job, Al. Good job. It's a 5-yarder. I was expecting somebody to come off the edge there, but then I noticed it was up to me to get the tackle. We could try a cover 2 from 5-2. I'm going to flip that. Just make sure everybody's... Oh, this is the quarterback play. Dang it. This is the halfback pass. That could have been much worse. I selected the wrong defender, too. You can always tell if it's the trick play by whoever's defending the quarterback. I'm going to flip that. I'll control little on this one. They've been flipping their formations a lot so far. Good throw. He had time to throw, too. So they're on the verge of scoring on the 8. I'll just do another cover 1 from 5-2. So the quarterback is back. There he is. I was curious if he'd come back or not. They never said anything. Just up the guts. I'm going to get about 6 yards there. 4. I think I'm going to go cover 0. Let's do a spy green. It's still a cover 0. I'll control a defensive tackle. Let me control the defensive end. Maybe I can control the backside. Oops, I went the wrong way. Didn't get in, though. That makes it what? 3rd and goal. Let's call cover 0 from 5-2. Bring everybody over. Intercept that. Get that. Nice. Yeah. Good job. So our defense is stepping up these last couple of games, getting some big plays. Is anybody open? I couldn't tell. So I put the knockdown slider to 25%, but he still made a play, though. That doesn't mean that they'll never do knockdowns, but that was still a great play by Mason nonetheless. That could be a good thumbnail, possibly. Let's go ahead and get that one while I'm here. All right. Hey, we're on offense. What do we do here? Let's try. Let's do a swing. So they got to impact middle linebacker and the free safety. I don't know who's on who. I'm going to put Ford over here. Now we'll just come over here. Get about 5 or 6 there. Got 7 out of it. Let's try wide receiver deep post. This one will more than likely go to our other tight end in Baker. Hasn't got to see the ball too much this season. It's not a main cog of the offense, but we'll go over here and see if he can get a first down. Good job, 89. We can, let's go here. I'm going to do an off tackle to the weak side. Just don't shift hard to the left. Let's see if we can get decent blocking while we're here. Same formation. Nice. Ooh, juked him good. Is he going? And I just told Whitaker had slow speed. Looked pretty decent to me, but look at this juke right here. Right on the free safety. Whoop. That was all she wrote after that, but he got caught. So we're on the 9. I want to call wide receiver corner. Maybe we can hit Thomas in the end zone. Nope, they're going zone. So we'll go to somebody underneath. I'm going to bring Whitaker over. 6 points. Get in. Nice. There you go. Crawford. The middle was open. And just like that, we're up 3 touchdowns. Could be seeing a blowout real early. But again, we're just much better than they are. C+ talent. I mean, they're not recruiting well at all. So anytime I think of Kansas State, I think of Bill Snyder and him always getting JUCO kids. I thought it would be a pretty cool dynasty rule, or a recruiting rule, is kind of do the Kansas State thing where you pretty much only go after like in-state players and JUCO kids, like really emphasize JUCO. I've never done that before. The next stop I'm at where it makes sense to do that, I may try that. Oh, somebody blocked. There we go. So that may be something down the road. We'll just see. Again, it kind of depends on which team I'm taking over. Like, I can easily see myself taking over Tennessee next. Everybody knows that's my team. They're really struggling. And I flipped it, didn't really mean to. I think I called the wrong play. Oh. Make it tackle somebody. That was a bad play. Their running back's pretty decent. He's making plays. Tight end had a good push. Into the first quarter, we're destroying them, thankfully. I'm going to blitz the linebacker this time. Like I said, they run a lot of 11 personnel. Don't run to the left. Thankfully, they're not running the quarterback a lot. Watch the screen on the right. Somebody get... Uh-oh, that ain't good. I froze. I didn't know what was best to do there. I'm afraid he was going to go around his teammate and get a touchdown. Let's go cover 2. He had good blocking on that side. I'm going to bring my linebackers over. Face mask again. Come on. That's the second one on the day. 5-yarder. Guess what? More 3 wide. Let's go with the linebacker blitz. They got eye twins. Strong normal, a couple ace formations, and like the rest of it shotgun. The same screenplay. Somebody go get it. There you go. Covered much better this time. I'm going to go back to cover 2. Trips over. Yeah, this is what we're seeing right here. Oh, watch out. I hit the wrong button there. Ah, he dropped it, thankfully. Good job by Bridges. And it's 3rd and long. Would love to hold him to a field goal. That would be great. I got the deep middle. Let's see what they do here. I got nobody to cover. I got nobody. No, there he goes. He's running. Somebody go get him. Dang it. What in the world? All my buddies here on the front 7 just stood and looked at him. Oh, burns me up. Okay. And QB spies are very iffy in this game. I'm taking a chance. Don't run to the right. Yep, we'll go over here. Face mask again. Come on, people. I need to lower that slider for both teams. That's getting ridiculous. That's the 3rd. In a little over a quarter. May not make a difference. They're probably going to score anyways, but still. And I've got a lot, well, I do got a lot of the penalty sliders up to 70. Just to see more of them in the game. And yeah. So even with that slider I put down on the run blocking, you still get stuff like this. So getting it down to 25, look, everybody pretty much got pushed around on that one. So sliders aren't always guaranteed much of anything. Not on every play. And just like that, they've scored. So we'll go get the touchdown back. And he hits the PAT. Over 3 minutes remain in the second quarter. Not too worried. I think our offense is pretty potent. We had him stopped. One for the quarterback with a great run on that 3rd and long. Let's see if Williams can do something here. He needs a block or two. And he didn't get it. All right, we're on the right hash. Let's call, I want to do something for my tight end. What's a good idea for the tight end from here? I can't think of it at the moment, so we'll just go, yeah, let's do arrow. And they're going man, so he can't even get it. All right, so we'll go to somebody here. Let's see. Oh, going cover. No, we'll just go to Miller. Oh, 6 points. He's gone. Killer throw. What a throw that was. Go back and look at this. So they went cover 0. Normally, I'm going to go to my wheel route, the slot receiver, but who's on him? The impact 3 safety. I didn't want to go there. But that slant route is a really good man beater. But that corner went for the SWAT. We got away with it. So that's another thing I've thought. I'm not a big slider guy. I don't like changing them too much. But one other thing I've thought about doing is maybe increasing knockdowns for the CPU, possibly. Sometimes they knock them down, sometimes they do, and don't. It just depends, you know. But either way, it's just a great throw right where it needed to be. And I got their CPU awareness, the defensive awareness, up to 99. So that's maxed out. Let's see what happens here. So we got the touchdown back pretty quickly. I'm gonna go cover one. But I don't want to touch my sliders too often. I want to let them sit for a while and just see how these last two. Oh wow, there we go. All right, we got a gift on that one. Of course, who forced it? Impact linebacker. Good job offered. So we're on the right hash. I want to try. It's a play action. It's PA corner. That's on my mind. The only option we have here, I think, is forward. Watch out. Oh, I dropped it. That was a tight window. I probably wasn't a good idea. 2nd and 10. Let's do a halfback option play. Somebody get a... we got no choice but to go left. Watch out. Had nowhere to go. I could have cut up right here, I guess, but it was just like too little too late, I'm afraid, for me. So it's 3rd and forever. We can try. Actually, I want to do halfback corner. Give Thomas a better chance to catch it, but they're going zone, so he's not going to touch it. So the only chance I really have here for a first, probably going to be forward. Watch out. Sack. They blitzed everybody. I had no chance. So where are we? On the 32. That's going to be, what, a 49-yarder? Like, I can try. I think I'm wasting my time trying to kick a field goal here. I got an average kicker. Like, he's okay. I'm going to have to lower this thing down. Maybe. I don't know. Does it? Oh, I got it in, huh? And I lowered it too, but it still seemed pretty high. Either way, we got points out of that. So again, we're blowing out the worst team in the conference. The ball's bouncing our way a time or two as well. That helps. Let's go. I'm going to blitz the nickel. Could be a good opportunity at the second half to potentially send in some second. Oh, dang it, Al. I done a terrible job on that one. So I'm going to go back. I'm just kind of looking at the offensive line, see how well they did. So even lower, and notice, I don't know, they just got a good push. I don't. McKenzie got through halfway decent. Let's try nickel. Cover 2. Another broken tackle and another face mask. Oh, they didn't call it. I was about to really lose it there. Quit calling the face mask. All right, let's go cover 1. Dog gold. Thankfully, the quarterback has only ran once. It was their biggest play of the day. Yep, little drag route. Easy yardage. 3rd and 4. They're going with a big set. All right, let's go 5-2, cover 1. They going goal line? They are. Just had somebody come through right there, but just whiffed it. Couldn't make the tackle. Let's call another cover 1. I'll shade the defensive line. Play action. Did he catch that? That was close. Yeah, he caught it. Got a couple yards. Let's try cover 2. I'm going to do this. Is everybody covered? I think so. Not really. Somebody's missing. This guy over here. Oh, you got to be kidding. So that's a glitchy play. I've noticed somebody was wide open. Somebody wasn't covered, and that's probably a play that I adjusted some routes on. I may need to quit calling that. Let's go back to cover 1. Everybody should be covered here. Don't run to the right. Play action. Almost got sacked. Somebody came through. I'm going to try cover 2 from nickel. Half's about over with. We may get the ball back before we head to the locker room. I got the deep left. Make a tackle. Good throw. 3rd and 5. We can try Cloud. Wouldn't shock me if he ran, though. That's what happened the last time. I think I'm going to leave the defensive line as is. There he goes. He's going. Yeah. He had time to throw. Again, I got the pass blocking sliders up to 99. And they're fixing to score on us. We'll just bring everybody down. Well, got a few yards there. 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry up. They're going to call something really weird here, more than likely. Nah, just a basic run, but he's going to break the tackle. Nope, we got him. Good job. I'm going to call it timeouts. I'm afraid they'll get an easy touchdown if they call that same thing. So let's go back. And let's see what they call here. Watch out for the end around. I know their tight ends aren't the fastest. Yeah, just way too easy. You go back and look. I mean, just a stone wall. And they're going to go for 2. I'll just call the same thing. It's fine. They're flipping the formation again. How many times they're going to flip their formations today? It's got all day. Oh, well, we stopped it. Nice. 23 seconds to go. We got a couple of timeouts. I don't think we'll be able to get much out of this. I may just take a knee, just depending on what happens on this play. I may just let that one go. And what I may try to do is just do like one simple play first. I'm going to do swing. Now, Thomas hasn't got to touch the ball the entire game. He may touch it here. I'm going to have Doty. This will be interesting. Oh, my gosh. Get it, Ford. Get it. Get it. Oh, my gosh. Call timeout. Nice. So we got one timeout left. Great play. I'm going to go probably back the halfback corner. See if we can get down the field one more time, just a little bit farther. Cover 2. Last time we called this play didn't go very well, but this one's going to be a whole lot better. And he dropped it. God dang it, Ford. Great throw. Just got to catch it. 2nd and 10. We can try a tight end cross.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 30.
And they're double teaming Thomas. And they're going cover 0. All right, Ford, I'm giving you one more chance. Okay, 7 seconds. I think I got time for 2 plays here, honestly. I'm going to try. Let's go back to halfback corner again. I got to go post. And he caught that one. Now we'll call a timeout. All right, that was my best beater on that one. And thankfully he caught it. Let's go ahead and just kick the field goal. And we'll go up, what, 21? Is that right? If I can make it. Do something like this. Good job, Al. Should go right through. All right. 34 points in the first half. Of course, 2 of those touchdowns were punt returns to start the game. But you look at the stats. So 202 to 215. I mean, they're moving the ball. If they didn't have that interception in the end zone, this would have got really interesting real quick. But they're running the ball pretty well. A lot of that's due to just missed tackles on the halfback. He's breaking some tackles. That's another reason why I got my CPU halfback or running ability slider at 40%. I probably need to lower it more. I mean, because they still break tackles left and right. But I don't want to touch it. Either way, we're throwing the ball pretty well. We're running halfway decent, too, for the amount of times we're running it. Both teams are doing a good job on third down. But those 2 turnovers on top of 2 punt returns for touchdowns is the reason why we're up 3 scores. You go to individual stats. Fowler, 6 of 9, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's playing great. Again, running the ball. Everybody's got to run the ball at least once, but Whitaker had the big run for 57 yards. You look at receiving. Everybody's got to touch the ball, 1 or 2 receptions apiece. Miller is leading in yards and touchdowns, Miller and Crawford. You look at defensively. So my free safety leading in tackles is never a good thing. And look who's the second leader, strong safety. So my front 7 and front 6, whatever, they're just not doing their job, even with that slider adjustment. Tackles for loss, of course, they're passing a lot more too. Tackles for loss, everybody and their brothers sharing the wealth on that one. We did get 1 sack by West, and we did get 1 interception by Burton. Let's get the ball back. Let's go down the field. Let's go get a touchdown. Stretch the lead. Imagine if Kansas State had more talent. Like if that quarterback had more bodies to work with, don't fumble it, they would be really good, but they're just limited. So right hash. Let's run the ball. They may not expect it. I'm just going to do a basic handoff with Whitaker. Watch that. Nobody blocked him. Came right on through. 2nd and forever. I may have to go deep again because we're so far behind. I really don't want to test that free safety. And he'll be covering that area over there. Go to my tight end. There, nice. That's a really good play right there. I threw that one actually kind of early. Notice he went up the field a little bit, which was even better. He didn't make his full cut yet. So it's 3rd and 1. Great play. So let's do something simple just to get the first. For going man, I think I'm going to bring Ford over. Cover 0, but I'm just going to go to Miller. I trust him more. We'll just get a first down. I'm perfectly happy with that. Good play there. We're on the left hash. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to try one more. I'm going to do another run. I'm going to go halfback dive. They're really weak on the left side, as you can see right there. They're shifting the way I don't want them to. I don't know if that's going to help at all. Not bad. Not bad at all. Just don't fumble it. I'm going to get about 5 yards. Gain 6 on that one. 2nd and 4. Let's just stay here. Let's go tight end dig.
2nd and 4 coming up here. And this is the 5th play of the current drive.
This can go to somebody going to the outside more than likely. I'm going to bring Ford over. Cover 1. We'll just go over here to Whitaker. I don't think he got it. I think it's 3rd and short. Oh, 1st and 10. Good job, Whitaker. Let's keep on going. I want to call this play. Tunnel screen. Please go zone. I want to go to Thomas. Dang it. All right, we'll just stay here. No big deal. We can try. I'm going to bring him over. How about we go to Big Bad Baker over the top? Get it, son. Nice. Attaboy, 89. I was not expecting that, but that was a good catch. So one thing I'm going to do is come over and we're going to put Miller We're going to do the tight end around with him. Give him a chance to get in the end zone. When you got like 96 speed, you got to do some little plays like this, but we're going to get hit. He came right on through. We can try. Let's do another halfback option play. I will probably run to the right. Somebody get a block or two. It ain't happening. Oh, good pitch, though. Great pitch by Crawford. 6 points to the freshman. So that's his third trip in the end zone today. Nice. Look at this last millisecond pitch. Great job. That would be a unique thumbnail if I could get a decent one. Let's try that. Right when he's pitching it or something. Something like that, maybe? Something about, I don't know. Kind of tough to see right there. I think I'm going to bypass that one. But we accomplished our goal. We went down the field. We scored. It took us a little while. It took up half the quarter.
And he hits the PAT. So under 3 minutes to go.
So let's get back on defense. See what we can do there. I'm going to go ahead and kick it straight as I can. There's no impact guys on the back end. Make a stop. Ah, broke another tackle. We're struggling with our tackling today. Let's go. I'm going to try that cover 2 again, but I'm just curious to see who's left open, if any. So everybody's covered. That should be okay. Let's see what happens. Toss. What's that? That could have been bad. Shoestring tackle. Great play overall, though. I'm just kind of looking here. And nobody was ever really to break a tackle. Offer took a bad angle. I don't think he was fast enough either to get to him. Let's go nickel. I'm going to flip that, actually. Actually, nope, we're going to do this. Play action. Oh, he stopped, but he still caught it. Another good play. Makes it what? 1st and 10. I'm going to blitz my linebacker. We'll do something like this, possibly. Oh, good. Wow. What in the world? He's gone. I swear. What in the world happened there? That was a goofy play. I was in a bad spot, but Bridges, he went for the interception. And I don't know what Smith tried to do there. That was just a whiff. All righty. Looks like they're on the verge of scoring again. Thankfully, we got such a big lead. But they're moving the ball pretty easily. Don't run to the left. I'm going to try to contain the back end. Toss play. There, face mask again. They didn't call it. Whew. Good stop. I'm going to blitz that linebacker again. I'm trying to send 5 most of the time. It's not really working. Ooh, another toss. Ooh, there was a good hit. Attaboy. Makes it what? On the 10. I think they'll pass it. Let's go Cloud. I'm going to do an under front. Don't run to the left. Again, I think they'll pass it. Just watch out for that quarterback. Him running around. Good job. Stared it down and swatted it down. Good job. I think that was Cox, if I'm not mistaken. Good little replay right here. Yep, he saw it the whole way. So are they going to go for it? I assume they will. They're going for a field goal. I guess they know the game's over with. So we got a lot of to play for. We got, what, a few more games after this. So we're up 28. Now we're up 24. Is that correct? 25. I'll let the first string play this drive, and then we'll be good. I'm going to try to get one more score of some sort, a field goal, touchdown. Let's see if they can do that. I'm going to let that one go.
They're ready to start another drive.
I want to try.
The results of the last one, which ended in a touchdown.
We can do another off-tackle run.
They'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They spread out, and they're double-teaming him. I don't know if I should bother moving him over. We can try it. Just need a block. There we go. Good blocking, everybody. I'm not going to juke on that guy again. I figure I'll mess up at that one. So let's just get the first down. Good play. Let's go swing from here.
First and 10. Ball on their own 39.
I'm going to bring Neil over.
Lines up in the shotgun.
Get an extra blocker, possibly. Somebody block. Not really. Got a few yards, if that.
Maybe 2 on the screen pass.
2nd and 8. What's a good idea from here? We can try angle. Like, I'm really trying to go to Thomas. It's just not working today. I'm going to bring Ford up.
In the gun.
Let's see. Nope, he's not open over the middle. We'll go to Miller.
He'll dump this one off. Complete.
Super close for a first, but I don't think we got it.
He goes over 100 yards.
3rd and 1. I may try. We could try a swing from here. Man, they have determined to shut Thomas down today, and I think they've succeeded. Thankfully, we got other playmakers. Should be an easy first. There we go. Just get in. Get the first. Move on. I'm going to go wide corner.
First and 10. This is the 5th play of this drive.
I'm going to bring Whitaker over.
Iowa State lines up in a shotgun set.
Nope, not open over the middle. We'll go over to here to Whitaker.
He's hit and got away.
Ooh, get upfield. Just don't face mask. Oh, they didn't call it, which is fine. I'm kind of tired of looking at the face mask calls. 1st and 10. Good play. Let's try this tunnel screen. We're going to do the normal version.
And this is the 6th play of the drive.
This will go to somebody. I'm going to leave it as is. There's going to go somebody on the right.
In the gun.
Wide open for Whitaker.
He breaks free.
He's kind of gassed or something. Well, he's just not the fastest in the world.
Look it in. Nice catch. Sure was.
End of the 3rd quarter, we got 1 left. I want to call a play we haven't called yet, or from what I remember, tight end drag.
First and 10.
I forget this is actually a decent left hash play, too. I just don't use it as such. I'm going to bring him over.
They'll throw again. Defense hasn't stopped them yet. Here's an
Doty, get in there for
and the completion nets him very
a few yards.
Coach, what's up with that play?
Where are we from here? We can try stick. We haven't called that today.
Have a look at our Old Spice red zone.
Looks like we may be going to Ford on this one.
Performance matters the most.
I'm hoping. I love hitting that stick route.
He is looking to make something
Right there. Oh, watch out. Good defender.
takedown. So
Played that one well.
there and pick up 6.
3rd and 1. What's a good idea? There is a play. Like, tight end post. And they're going man. I knew they would do that. I'm going to try to hit Miller on the curl. That's our best bet, I think.
Fowler will throw for it. Look.
Watch out.
To the end zone.
Whew, 6 points, but that could have been picked off. That was close. Good job, number 9. Wasn't the best throw in the world, but we're in there. All right, so now what we can do is mass sub everybody. We came out unscathed. Nobody got hurt. Now I can try to run clock the rest of this quarter. We can move on to the next game. I don't know who we got, but we'll look at that one towards the end of the video. Briefly, I'll do a more detailed version of the preview over on Patreon.
The score is Iowa State 48, Kansas State 16.
Here we can experiment on some plays I don't normally call. This is usually what I try to do when I've got my backups in there. It's good practice time. This is a terrible kick. Is it going to stay in bounds? It will.
Kennedy takes it at the 4.
Good stop.
The offense goes back out onto the field after picking up a field goal on their last
They're going too wide again. They've been using a lot of this. So they don't have any 4 wide formations from what I remember. I think they got shotgun empty or shotgun 5 wide. But they don't have any 4 wide formations, which is interesting. Good job, Al. So my backside freshman defensive end, actually, no, that's number 3. He got a good push on the tight end. 2nd and 6. I should be able to run my entire defense. I got enough depth. Like, look at my secondary. Pretty decent for backups. Just got to be careful when guys get tired. That's when things get interesting. Watch out. Oh, he still caught it. Good catch by the tight end. 1st and 10. I'll go cover 2. This is always a tough formation to blitz on. Going direct. Get it, simple tackle. Good job. Very fortunate at that being a halfback direct and they only gained a yard. Let's blitz the nickel. Do something like this. Arrow. Good throw. Face mask. Ooh, we fumble though. That looked like a face mask, but good job, Al. I forced the fumble. Now, I didn't do anything special here. Great throw. Right where it needed to be. But notice that could have been called a face mask, but I don't see a face. No, good job. Just a good stop. So now what we can do is... what's a good idea from here? Let's call... I don't have anything. I'm going to flip it. If I flip it, will Doty get to run the ball? We're going zone. Yes. I wonder if I move him over. That's yes. Actually, that didn't help much. Let's see what happens. Just cut up the field. Go up the gut. A-gap it. A little play there. Let's go twins. We could do a basic off tackle with Crawford. Don't know if he'll be able to handle it. Just comes down to blocking. Not the best shift in the world by the linebackers. I don't want to bring him. I always do the wrong guy. Let's go. Let's bring him over. We need to occupy. Get a block on the... get the outside. Just enough. Good hit. Get a first down. I think I may try a little play action. We don't do a whole lot of that in this offense. But let's run a little RPO. Now, this is more of a pass play than a run, but I think I think I may just throw it. I may be able to hit Jackson over the middle. If they go cover 2, I may try that, but I may keep it simple and just go to Crawford. Going cover 2, I got to get the ball out. Yeah, I'm fixing to get sacked. I was about to get sacked. I had to get that ball out quick. 2nd and 5. Oh, yeah, I got... So my tight end situation. Let me think here. Do I have a 3rd stringer that's just okay? Yeah, Mills. That's another... that's another position we got to recruit. We got a true freshman that we're redshirting right now. He'll be really good for us, but he won't play until at least next season. This is going to go to Baker. The touchdown maker. Not really. He's had a couple good catches today, but this is going to go to him. Watch out. That's good catch. Get off me, son. That was a good little stiff arm. Let's try QB wrap. This is a quarterback run play, but you can hand the ball off to the halfback. Like, if I motion him out, will anybody move? Nope, I'll just bring him back. Let's make it easier. So the clock is stopped. Let's go ahead and hand the ball off. Go to Doty. Get about 4 yards. Not too bad. 2nd and 4. He's still out there, so I want to give him the ball again. We need to get him to the outside is what we need. Let's do it a little off tackle with Doty. He needs to be, like I said, he's so fast. He's not the biggest halfback in the world. I think I'm going to leave it as is, and we'll just run off tackle with him. Then we'll figure out what to do on 3rd down. Something like that. Just, nope. Nowhere to go. 3rd and 3.
There, just trying to keep that clock
He's about to pass out, but he may end up getting the ball right here. We'll see. Let's go swing.
It's 3rd down.
Yep, Doty's going to get the ball again.
7th play of the current drive. The Cyclones.
I'll motion Ford over. Maybe he can block somebody or at least get in the way. Get down to a few seconds, and then I'm going to motion him over.
3rd and short, and
They blitzed a couple dudes. That'll help a little, but nope. Nobody blocked on the right side. You got blockers, and that's what matters there. Nobody blocked for me, but that's all right. So where are we? Did they call a timeout? They did, didn't they? 4th and 3 on the 37. I'm going to go backfield. I'm going to fake the punt just because they stopped me right there. Spread, fake, run.
I know we all had a very high opinion of this safety.
Ooh, Crawford's there.
No, everyone knows he's still
We can give it a shot. The clock is stopped. I thought I fixed this. Apparently not. But we're going to get a first down anyways. He done his job. Maybe it's a second string thing. Maybe that's why, because I thought I had Miller back there. All right, that should be it. Good win. I fully expected this. Again, Kansas State, they're not very talented. They got some decent players in a few spots. Quarterback, middle linebacker, and the free safety. The rest of them were just okay. Didn't really have any help at wide receiver. None at all. Their halfback was okay. But otherwise, they're just not a lot left to be desired with that team. 48-16. We're going to go ahead and speed this up. We got a few things to look at. Before I let you go, we're going to look at some stats here. We accomplished a lot of things according to the campus challenge. Let's go to the stats. So 315 to 420. Thankfully, they done most of their damage in the first half. They still ran the ball better than we did, but we actually had over 100 yards rushing. Not bad. We had over 300 yards passing. Both teams done a good job on 3rd down, but we won the turnover battle. You know, if that was even and we didn't have those 2 punt returns, this would have been a super close game, but thankfully all that went our way today. Individual stats. So Fowler had a great game. 18 to 21, 300 plus yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Running the ball, Whitaker ended up having a good day there. Crawford right behind him. You look at the averages. When we ran well. But we got 1 rushing touchdown, and that was Doty. Doty was our MVP because he was in there 3 times, the 2 punt returns for touchdowns as well. Receiving, Miller led in receptions, he led in yards, and he led in touchdowns. So today was Miller Day along with, again, Doty. You look at defensively, Dodd led in tackles along with Little. That's not good. Thankfully, we only gave up 16 points. Tackles for loss, not a whole lot changed here, but McKenzie, our senior defensive end, led there. We did get that 1 sack, and we did get that 1 interception. All right, let's get out of here. Again, we are done recruiting because I made an executive decision to not go after that halfback. I decided to go after some speed in the offseason instead. So let me just go and check this real quick, make sure I've done that correctly. All my points, I'm done with it. So we're going to go out. And we're going to sim this week. Now, if that halfback still commits with us not even recruiting him at all, then just whatever. He could be a depth piece. But again, I'm trying to force the game to attract more halfbacks in the offseason. We'll see if that works. It should. We only got 2 guys. It'll say, hey, they need help there. All right, looks like we got Colorado coming up. But let's look at the top 25 for the week. So we beat Kansas State. Then you got Arizona State, Cal, Penn State won. Then you got Michigan, NC State over Florida State, South Carolina, Georgia upset Auburn. You come down here, then we got Oklahoma over Oklahoma State, big, massive game, or upset. Well, actually, that wasn't an upset. That was just a big blowout. You got Nebraska winning, Florida, Syracuse is still winning. You got Iowa, USC, San Diego State, Texas A&M bounces back, beats Texas Tech. That was a big matchup. I guess that was the play or the game of the week. Then you got Ohio State over Purdue, and Virginia Tech beat Miami. So let's go over to Sports Illustrated. You look at the bowl rankings. NC State, Virginia Tech, Cal, Oklahoma, Texas A&M. So you got 2 ACC schools, a couple Big 12. Unfortunately, one of them are us. But we're back here. We're in the 8th spot. But either way, it's still cool to be there and to be mentioned. Look at that. Texas Tech is right behind us. So 4 of the top 10 are from our conference. Pretty neat. You go to Heisman Watch. Fowler's back. Good for him. Now, he's not going to win it. He's got 30 touchdowns, but this Hawaii kid's got 43. So it's destined for him to win it unless this halfback from Oklahoma is just going to put up crazy numbers. Either way, it's just cool to be mentioned along with the rest of those players. We're up for some awards. We can monitor this some more. So Fowler's up for the Maxwell, the Big Narek. I'm pretty sure we're not having anybody there, but there's Fowler for the quarterback award. Wide receiver, I don't think so. What was it? Tight end Neal, I think, was on the list. Yeah, he's 10th. Lyman, no, I know there. Nobody on defense except, yeah, we had a couple of guys for the Thorpe Award, Smith and Little. Pretty cool to see that. That was a good pickup, little transfer, that Smith kid. Groza Award, I don't think our kicker's up for that. The punter is not. I don't even think we're up for the, I know we're not up for the return, even though Doty should be on there now after bringing a couple back today. But coach, I don't think we're even up for the coach award, and we're not. Let's go to players of the week nationally. Quarterback for Louisiana Tech. They run a pass-happy offense. That doesn't surprise me. Then a middle linebacker for Washington State had a good game. You go to the Big 12. Halfback for Texas. They're having a bad year, but at least he's doing his part, I guess. And a defensive end for A&M, that Davis kid. I don't remember him doing a whole lot against us. I just don't remember him doing much. I could be dead wrong, though. Conference standings. This is mattering more and more. It comes down to this right here. So Nebraska must have had a week off. So there's 2 games left. We need to win our last 2. The good news is we got 2 easier games. I don't want to jinx myself because one of those could be just one of those weird, goofy games where nothing goes right. But Nebraska's got 2 games too. We could still somehow come out of the division and win this thing. Possibly, but it's out of our control other than we just got to win our games. But you look at the South, I do want to check this. Look at this. Oklahoma, A&M, and Texas Tech. They're all battling it out right there, but it looks like Oklahoma has got the edge so far. But let's go check out our team info screen. As we know, Sanders is out. Fowler, great season. Whitaker is doing a little bit better in the run game. Thomas is our leading receiver, even though he didn't get to touch the ball at all today. But Dodd, McKenzie, and Little, that's been pretty consistent all season. So who we got coming up is we have Colorado, as you see right here. It looks like an even matchup roster-wise, but it looks like they run the ball really well. Their defense is pretty strong. But I'll put in the Patreon page, I'll do a full-blown scouting report, and you can see all of their entire roster, their playbook, and kind of what they like to do there if you're interested in that. Should be a lot of fun. Hopefully we can get the win. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.